So I hope that everything is going well. My name is Reza, and today we want to talk about all stuff about agile mindset and why we need this mindset. So I will start with a introduction of the mindset and then go to the principle, and I will try to answer your question based on your topics. I decided to do it in English because most of the participants are not from Germany or they don't speak German. In this case, I decided to do it in English. Please let me know if you can hear me and write down in the chat that you can hear me good, and then I will start about this agile stuff. So I can read in the chat that. So can you hear me? So okay, perfect. Thanks. Uh, and the first step is everyone they broadcast that they want to be agile, they work with agile, or if you have a business, you want to know what is agile. Of course, agile is a mindset that the people they will try to implement or they want to use it. Today I will discuss about this book. It's the Culture Code. The Culture Code is for Daniel Coyle. Let's talk about the secrets of highly successful groups. It is the background of all stuff that talk about the agility, and I will try to have some pictures or some small photos about the agile mindset and go through a way the all stuff that we have. We will start with this culture code. It is a very successful book about the team working and all stuff in the agile world. The secrets of highly successful group or successful groups have three parts. Part number one, say build safety. In this case, safety, it means safety psychology. And the second part or skills number two that say you need as a true leader is the sharing this safety with your team. And the third skills they say establish purpose or establish purpose as a leader. Say when you ask what does it mean build safety and what is the meaning of safety in an agile concept, build safety it means you can build the sense of belonging and say when I make this safety with my team, the team they have this feeling that belonging. I give you an example. For example, when you are with your family, you feel safe because you think that you belong to this family. And the skill number one that you should have it as a leader is to make this safety. How you can make your team or your company, your business a safe place. It is start with your thinking, with your mindset, and you can create this atmosphere. You can create this place for your team. The culture code, they say if you want to build safety, you should. I will try to summarize the book during our workshop or during our time that we have. They say for build safety, you should make a message to your team and say, let me know what you need and I will give you this. I say, what does it mean? Every manager or every leadership, they say, let me know if you need anything and I will give it to you. It's very classical. But in this case, for this safety, it means you will listen to your team and you will be a type of the team. You will be a part of the team. Most of the time, if you are a manager or you are a responsible person for your team, You say, it is my project, it is our purpose, and all stuff that you will talk about to your team. With this agile mindset, or with this topic that we want to do it today, it's how you can think like other team member and how you can bring them in the play and how you can bring them into the game that you want to do it, or you want to achieve your targets. In this case, target of your company, target of your business, and all of that stuff. They say most of the time the companies, they are not successful to build this safety atmosphere for the team. And after that, what's happened as a human being, when we are don't feeling as a safe place, what is our reaction? You can write it down in the chat. When you're not feeling safe, what is your reaction? Of course, you will try to leave the place, or you don't try to defend yourself when you don't feel safe. It's the first reaction as a human being is the trying to leave the place. And most of the time in a team, the people, it doesn't mean they leave the team immediately because of the family situation, because of the job situation. They are in a team, but actively they leave the team mentally. They say when you want to build this safety, we should know about that. Most of the time, the team members or colleagues that we work with them, they are only physically work with us, but they are waiting for an opportunity to leave the team because they don't feel safe. If they feel that they are safe in a team, they will stay with us and they will share their values. The second skills that they say if you make this situation safe for your team, it's your time to share this safety with other people, with other members. They say, it doesn't mean that should we advertise on it, or what does it mean? They say for making safety, say, tell me what you want and I'll help you. Say, okay, uh, how it's possible to make this culture. They say it should be something that repeat every day. Because of that, in Agile Mindset or with the Scrum, we have these daily meetings or daily stand-up. It is every 50 minutes meeting that every people, they come together and they talk to each other. And you make this a safety culture. When I say culture, it means a habit or that is repeat during the times, and after during the times it's changed to a value. And in this case, when we repeat these meetings that is short, that is 15 minutes, and the people, they feel that they are in a safe atmosphere, they are in a safe place. And after that, they say establish purpose, that it is our job. Okay, we won't go through the agile mindset and think about it, how we can implement for our business. As you know, agile mindset is a type of thinking and have 4 values and 12 principles. The first agile value, it's about, I can check here, say, I can show you a picture. They say individual and interaction over process and tools. What we can see here education system and teacher. Which one are important? Which one is important? Of course, you can say both of them are important. Education system and teacher. They say, in agile mindset, say individual are more important over the system and process that you have. It is a people-oriented system. And the second point, I can show you the picture number 2, is this picture. You can think about it for a second. What is that? Or what you can see here? You can see that some guys that are playing, and say, you can see one of them are playing with a ball, the other one reading some stuff about football and all stuff about and educated, but the other one trying to test it. They say working product, that's something that is work, over comprehensive documentation. As you can see here, it means if we have a project or if we have something that we want to do it, just do it. Just try to do it. And in this case, something that works, for example, in this case, is a ball that they want to play on it. It is more important that lots of books that we write about how this ball is work, which type of rules that we should have it when we play football, or give the ball and just try it. The third value that we have it is, say, you can see the picture perhaps first. What you can say is, say, customer collaboration over contract negotiation. What we have here, we say, of course, we have some customer requirement that we receive from customer, but as you know, it's very typical that customer change the requirement. Do you have any experience, or did you have any customer that offers something and change it? If you have it, you can write it in the chat. Or which type of customer do you have? I say, okay, Reza, if we want to change every time, it costs money for us when we want to change during our business. I say, as a leader, you are a good listener. As you can see here, I say you should be a good listener. For example, in this case, I'm not good listener because I'm speak here actively and you listen to me. But say I will try to engage you to write something in the chat, or I will try to bring you to an active listener. Active listener, it means, for example, when we have some guys in the chat, they will try to chat and say, hey, I am, I don't know, David, my job is blah, blah, blah. And they will try to actively to be connected to each other because it's around 5 p.m. in Germany and the people they engage to participate at this event. They say, it is important in this case. And we go forward, we say active listener, it's important. And the last value, it's about responding to change. You can say here. What you can see here, it is a guy in different ages, say, responding to change over following a plan. What does it mean? Most of the time, you have a plan and some things happen in the business or in your daily business. They say you should embrace changes. They say you should go and you should embrace changes and say, okay, I want to deal with you. Let me know how we can do it. It is about 4 values. Okay, it is my 4 values when I want to say with Agile Mindset, I should accept these 4 values as a foundation. Number 1, I should accept human being more important than the systems and process. Number 2 is that something it's work, it's more important than lots of documentation. Number 3, as it here, they say negotiation and active listener, it's more important than all contract and all stuff that you have it. And number 4, it's the changing that's happened. Based on the change, you should have the other plan and you should be flexible based on your plan, based on your all stuff that's happened. And you shouldn't stick on your plan. Say, I have this plan and I should keep going. We have this Deming process. They say you have a plan, you should do your plan, and you should check what's happened, and you should have action on your plan. It is PDCA that you know about it. It's the Deming that they say you plan something, you do something, but check it and act it. When you have the agile mindset, if you make a mistake, you say, okay, I make a mistake, I make it again. It is the mindset that you have it. So, should we jump into the principle of the agile and talk about it? Or before that, we can have a type of try to know about 3P. It's very typical that know about it 3P. I can write it in the chat. Is anyone know it? What is 3P? Say people, process, product. So these are David, I will come back to the values. David say, would you please repeat the second value? Yes, of course, David. It is this one. They say it's something that is worked is more important than something that's lots of description. For example, in this case, it is a ball, and it is something that I can play on it, or for example, you receive lots of documentation about the ball. They say, I need a ball that I can play with it and it works. They say, why I said it is the background is about the all documentation that we will try to make it for customer. If it's not clear, let me know and I can give you more information. So I said about this agile mindset and 3P, product, process, people. Which one is more important for you? Please write it down in the chat. People, process, product. People, in this case, it means you and your team. Okay, David say people. Okay. When we want to change something, say, Schindler say all three. Yeah, of course, all three. But which one is the most important? If you want to select number 1, 2, 3, please write it down in the chat. Say people, product, process. So all three, people, 3P. I give you an example. I should say people. Okay. Most of the time, it was a research in European countries. They say when we want to change something, for example, from A to B, it is the change management. The change management, for example, when we want to, I can show you a product, for example, here that I used it last time in my video. For example, if I want to develop this product, or if I want to develop the other product, I can show it here. For example, these two products, they have the same functionality, but of course they have different development steps that they should. They have different process that they need. But the question is here, if you want to change something, if you want to develop something, we have technical side and we have people side. What does it mean? The technical side is all technology that you want to use it. But the people side is the all communication stuff and all the team that they want to do this stuff. Just a second. So, is it the people side more important or technical side? Or what do you think? It is a research that European countries, they have not successful project that is shut down. Do you think it was more about technical side or it was about people side? I can see the chat. Yeah, most of European projects are shut down not because of the technical side, because of the people side. Well, what does it mean? It means the people, they cannot talk to each other, or it's about the old communication. Google has a survey that it's done in 3 years. They search about more than 100 teams in Google, and they say why some projects in Google are successful, why the other project in Google was not successful. What do you think? What is important? What was the reason that the project are shut down in Google? The first thing that think about it is say perhaps they didn't have qualified people that run the project. What do you think? They search and they say no. The project that are not successful and they shut down, all of them, there were qualified people that they did it. They say that the first reason that the project are shut down, this is a topic of people communication important, their involvement is need. Shinda say, the point was that in this Google search, they say that is a safety psychology. When the members of team feel safe, they have good output and they can work better than the other project. It is a very good survey about Google. I will link this Google survey after this video, or if you search on it, you can add it as a comment. It is a very valuable search about 3 years, about 100 teams in Google, and say the number one is safety psychology. If you can make your team feel safe, they can work more efficient. So I say safety, but say you want to, with agile mindset, you want to make safety. You can ask me, Reza, why we want to make safety? Because most of the time, top management, they think agile mindset or agile method, it is a type of management method that they can use it. And they use it as a micromanagement. What does it mean, micromanagement? In this case, they use this type of methods or methodology to control the team. It is the point with the agile mindset, we want to give their responsibility to the team. And when we want to give the responsibility to the team, it means the team have a high responsibility. Say, okay, I am a manager, I am a leader, that I want to start my business, or I want to, I'm responsible for a project that I want to achieve my goals. And my project manager or my team, they say we want to do it in agile methods with agile mindset. The first thing that I should know is that I need a team that have a high responsibility, and I should have this responsibility. They say, how can you achieve the responsibility? Is it something that I can learn it? I say, is it something that you can say, I am a responsible person? Are you a responsible person? Is it something that you can measure it, or is it something that you can improve it? If you agree with me that responsibility is something that it's measurable, please rate with a yes. Or if you say that it's not something that we can measure it, write it as a no in the chat that I can see. They would say yes, responsibility is something that we can measure it. Responsibility is a researcher that is in USA that's more than 20 years research about responsibility process. They say, just give you example in your daily life. They say responsibility is a process that everyone can go through this process. They say the first level of responsibility is that we ignore it. What does it mean? For example, if you have a child at home and have some homework, or we have some homework as a child, and they say, okay, I don't want to do my homework. That is the first level. Let's say, okay, I don't have any homework, and say that I don't have any homework, but he or she have lots of homework that he didn't do it. Say the first level of responsibility. Say the second level of responsibility is, I say, yes, I have homework, but I don't have. They say I cannot work on my homework because my sister are very loud and I cannot concentrate on my homework. Try to find somebody and say that's not my fault. It is other one fault. It's the second level of responsibility that you can go it. For example, in your business, in your daily work, for example, if someone does not good at a team, they say, oh, the other team is fault, and because of that, we cannot achieve the results. This third level of responsibility is say they will try to find a situation and they say the situation is the problem. For example, I cannot do my homework or I didn't do my homework. The first level I said, I don't have any homework. The second level I say, I have homework, but my sister is very loud and I cannot do it. But I say the third level of this responsibility is that say, I have homework, my sister is not loud, but I don't have a good chair, I don't have a good table that write down my homework. You will try to find a situation and give your environment, you push the problem to your environment. For example, you say, oh, based on the regulation, I cannot do a good business. You will try to give your responsibility to your environment. But they say the responsibility process go to the next level. They say, I have a homework, my sister is not loud, my table or my chair is okay or is enough to do my stuff. Say, come to the next level. Let's say, okay, my sister is not loud, my room is good to do all the stuff, but I don't want to do it. They say, the first level, I'll say, don't accept the situation. The second one, you will try to find somebody that is the fault. The other one, you will try to give it to the environment. And the level 4, it's that say you accept the situation, but you don't want to do anything. You don't have any obligation to do something. Say for the responsibility as a level 5, it is that you feeling that you should do your homework, because if you do your homework, you will receive good notes and all the stuff that you say. They say for our daily business, our daily life, it is the same situation. Responsibility process is a good research in USA that I have more than 20 years. I will add it after this video and the comment that you can check the website, and it's really amazing stuff. So, okay, short review what happened until here and what is this all stuff about Agile Mindset. We say Agile Mindset will be focused in 3P. We say product, process, and in my point of view, product, process, and people. I said the most important one is people. How can I communicate with people? How can I give them this feeling that they are safe in the team? And I can write it here: people, product, and process. But how it's possible to give this safety to the people? They say there is some working step that you can do it. For example, you should do it in the small groups. You should have the short meeting. You should give the opportunity. There is a rules. For example, they say who speak first. What does it mean who speak first? It is a signal of who has the power in a meeting. For example, we have this meeting today. I should start the meeting and I should talk, and I am the first speaker. They say in a team, most of the time, the people, if they have something, they don't say that I have something, but if you ask them question, they will answer you. It is your schools that try to give the opportunity, and you shouldn't be every time the first speaker. And the second point, it's the time. It is about the time box that you should give. For example, let's say with these agile methods, they say every meeting, for example, in daily meetings, should not be more than 15 minutes, 1-5. Or they say, for example, retrospective and all the stuff, they have limited time that give it to you. And when you have this time box, uh, you have the pressure that you should do it faster and you don't have open-ended time. Okay, number one, people. You will try to think like your employee, your team. And this second one is about process. They say process, of course, you know about, for example, process flow chart and all the stuff that you have for your business. They say for a sustainable company or business, you need to have business, you need to have process. In this case, say process plus mistake equal agile process. It means if you have a process, you should accept it that it can be with mistake on this process. Most of the time when we have a process description, we will try to stick on this process and improve the business or all the stuff that we have. They say with agile mindset, if you have any process, you know that this process can be with a mistake. And if you have a mistake, you can change your process and you can develop your process. Process plus mistake that can happen, and new version of process is acceptable when you have agile mindset. People, product, process. What is about the product? As you can see about the product, they say if you want to deliver a product, try to have an MVP. What is MVP? Is anyone to know what is MVP or can share with us in the chat? Minimum valuable product. For example, if I want to something to keep my handy or keep my mobile, as a German word that they say, I can have this product or I can have this product that can be help me. They have the same function that they have. But with this agile mindset, they say try to have a iterative project development. It means if you have a high technology mobile, say for your mobile or for your handy, or try to give the customer this chance to test your product. Because if you have a mistake for this type of project, you have the time to correct it. But if you have a mistake in this project, it takes time and money. In this case, they say you have this chance to develop a product, give it to the customer, receive feedback, and work on the next step on your product. So I will try to have a summarize until here, and I hope that it's the time is going very fast. I talk about this agile mindset and say what is this mindset, how we can think as a businessman, and how can I give this motivation to the people to achieve the target that we set. They say it is with 3 points that we focus on it: focus on the people, focus on the product, and focus on the people, product. How can I say the third one? Process. And with these 3 points, you go forward to your business. I think if you want to go through the old principles, it takes time and it can be very, for example, boring. But I can do it in the next step that we will do it for, I think it's in 2 weeks. You can check all stuff in the LinkedIn. If you participate at this live, you can send me a LinkedIn message. It's my pleasure to know about your feedback. And I try to explain shortly about this mindset. And for next time, we will go through the whole mindset that we have. Feel free, if you want to be connected to each other, you can write down your LinkedIn in the chat. And I think it's very valuable for you to be connected to yourself, because you have a mindset that you give your time and participate at this event live, and it is very good to be connected to each other, I think. So my name is Reza, and it was my pleasure to have this live with you today. We will have some workshop in present, in classroom format, in Bonn, Germany, and in Cologne. And if you're in Germany, let me know. You can join us and you can be a part of this training. Thanks for your participation. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye.